What is up, YouTube, my Cowboys family? Bringing you guys the latest update on the Dallas Cowboys. Give us just a second while we check our audio. We'll be right with you guys in just a minute.
Yes,
and
welcome.
YouTube is once again broken.
Yeah, we'd say hit
your YouTube.
We'd say hit your notification bell, and you'll get our notifications from YouTube when we go live. Obviously, that's not happening right now, at least not for the time being. So, guys, as you trickle in, you'll hear the news, and we'll have a little discussion tonight. I see Slim Shady in the house. I see Space Cowboy in the house. What's up?
Space Cowboy 17. It did not work.
Yeah.
But at least we tried.
Yeah. And again, it didn't work. No notifications. I don't think I got any when you went live as well. I just happened to look at my subscriber list.
And you saw him
Yeah.
on.
So YouTube is broken. Earlier tonight, we did a quick little test stream because we were unmonetized. And so that's why we were just testing something out and just to see how it worked. But they send notifications out. So interesting how YouTube is doing things. Either way, guys, we're happy with whoever's in here. Kevin Kincaid in the house. What's up, man?
Thank you guys for joining us here tonight. And again, like we said, we do have a few updates on the Dallas Cowboys. Fiance here broke some news earlier today. We're definitely going to be talking about some of those coaching changes. Kevin Kincaid, thanks for joining us.
Hey, what's up, Caesar?
I'm not sure. I don't know. I can't speak for his stream. Saying? So, Cesar, thanks for joining us. And yes, go Cowboys. Always go Cowboys.
Yes. Now, how did you guys hear about this particular stream? This one? Did you guys just happen to jump in here and see it going, or did you guys have a notification or searched for it? Either way, let us know here because YouTube once again doesn't seem to be sending out any. I guess any notifications, guys, and if they do, it seems to be limited. So let's see. I'm not sure. Maybe it's. See, I'm getting all notifications, but I'm not getting anything. Either way, guys, we're happy you're here. How's the audio? Is it good?
Good point.
I'm good on that. You should be all right too. Hopefully.
It was good last time.
Okay, so there
we go.
We're good to go. So
let's go ahead and just
jump into the news here.
Kind of, let me see, on his recommended. So it just kind of popped up for Cesar.
Right.
Space Cowboy 17 did get the live notification. So.
Good. Okay, so it worked for some reason. Anyways, so let's see here, guys. Let me start off with that news. Two different pieces of news relating to the coaching staff that I guess you can call it breaking. And again, this is what linebacker coach Matt Eberfluss was also labeled as. He was the linebacker coach for the Dallas Cowboys, and he's also the Cowboys pass game coordinator. So he just, I guess, overviewed the passing game for the defense and for the offense. I'm suspecting. Never heard of that as a coaching position. Either way, he is going to join. He's leaving the Cowboys officially, and he was a sought-after guy by other teams, and the Cowboys themselves were thinking of trying to even move out possibly Rod Marinelli and have him retire, push him out, and then have Eberfluss kind of become a defensive coordinator. Well, he hit the road. He's leaving. He's on his choice. He's left. Last year he was offered an interview with the 49ers, and the Cowboys did not let him go there because of this contract. So he kind of played it out, and now he's the wanted guy. And now he is going with Josh McDaniels, who's currently the offensive coordinator for the New England Patriots. And he's going to be going with him over to Indianapolis as a defensive coordinator there. So Josh McDaniels is going to be the head coach at Indy, replacing that, filling in that open spot, which, by the way, guys, we play them next year. So
yeah, you got to definitely keep an eye on that. Eric Gonzalez, thanks for joining us. And yes, don't worry, you're not late. You're here just in time.
Yes.
Space Cowboy 17 said, I just want to say Paul Alexander runs a power blocking scheme. Same one Callahan ran in 2014.
Correct. That's with DeMarco Murray. So here's the thing, Tom. Okay, so that was the deal with him. The deal with the Cowboy. Now that he's gone, the end result for the Cowboys is that we need a linebackers coach. So we'll have to see. That's really the first defensive coordinator of any sort that we're going to have to really fill in. So we'll have to see what happens with him. Now, as you were saying, Space Cowboy 17, which, by the way, guys, if you see the tickers, read them when you get a chance. A lot of good stuff on there, whether it's DJ Crown J, who is currently still up there. Guys, we reset the Super Chat for the week, so it starts at 0 for everybody, basically. We have a small donations by the two above. Thank you, guys. And he won again, DJ Crown J. We crowned him the king of the donation. But again, there's a lot of you guys that help and participate and helped us in other ways, guys, with your videos. DJ Crown J, Steel 58, Rave 415. So thank you all, guys. You guys, and the rest of you guys, all of you guys who've donated and also commented. Fantastic. We are trying to realistically look at a way of getting to the draft this year in Dallas, and it's a big deal for us because we weren't thinking about it. Now we are, because of that big stream we had on Friday. Super chat. Crazy, guys. And we're gonna try to get out there. What I will try, and we're gonna hook up with other Cowboy YouTubers. So look for that. But as far as the next big things coming up on the channel, as you can see above us, guys, January 19th, we have a special subscriber Q&A live stream. It's a giveaway.
That's right. We'll be doing our very first My Cowboys Family giveaway. Make sure to join us for that stream. It is going to be Friday, this upcoming Friday here, around our usual stream time.
Yeah, 9 p.m. Eastern, guys. It could be 9:30, it could be 8:30, but just hopefully
around that time.
On.
Hopefully YouTube is working, but make sure to follow us on Twitter as well, My Cowboys Family, so you don't miss when we go live. We do always post on Twitter when we do go live.
Yes, we do. So that's one thing. The next day, on Saturday, the 20th, there's a huge podcast going on, guys. State of the Cowboys. All right, and we're going to all the YouTubers here, as you see listed below, are going to be there, and others. DJ Crown J, Space Cowboy 17, of course, man. He's setting the whole thing up, so make sure you subscribe to him ASAP, all right? DJ Crown J, same thing. He has a new channel just starting up. Make sure you get on there, guys. As time passes, he's going to start breaking stuff and going live and doing great stuff as well. He has great audio and video equipment. Check it out and subscribe ASAP on him too. So and also, guys, a side note, Rave 415, make sure you subscribe to his channel. He's got some great college stuff coming up right now. The draft is coming up. Subscribe to Rave 415, guys. And you guys have helped in so many ways. Thank you. Special thank you to you guys and the rest of My Cowboys family.
So. Yes, and the giveaway is going to be one junior Dallas Cowboys football signed by My Cowboys Family if you want. It's all right if you don't have to. And then 2 Cowboys decals.
Yes, for
car,
window,
yeah. Wherever you want to put them. And then, of course, 2 My Cowboys Family wristbands from My Cowboys Family.
Yes.
So one for yourself, one for a significant other, friend, Cowboy fan in your life.
Family.
Who would appreciate it.
One.
Yes. And,
Go Cowboys.
And who, enjoys this channel.
Yes.
So there you go. It's going to be open to all subscribers. Just make sure to join us Friday. It's going to be open for about a week, guys. And then after that, we will announce the winner on a live stream. You guys will be here with us when we do announce it. So Loki Braid, thanks for joining us here. And Santa Claus, Asian Brooks, thank you guys. Thanks for joining us.
Let us know how... Uh-oh, my computer's going out. What's going on?
Oh, no.
Why is it restarting? Hold on, guys. Still here. Still here.
All right.
No, I don't want to exit. Hold on, guys. 1 second. I don't want to exit. If we lose you guys, we're sorry. We'll be right back.
Yeah.
My computer's acting up. So if there's an issue, we apologize. Make sure the stream is going good, baby. Sorry, guys, for that little hiccup. My computer just said restarting for no reason. The computers are taking over. It's like Terminator. If we go off, guys, SOS. Yeah. Computers have taken over. So where was I at here? As far as is there any other questions in there? Or
well, no. Let me see. How about them Vikings? Yeah, that was crazy. I'm a hater. Thanks for joining us here.
That's a crazy game.
Let me see. Even though we are arch rivals, I still cut for the Cowboys. So, and then what do you suggest to pick up Mike Mularkey? He just got fired a day ago.
I do not say pick him up right now. I would chill out with that for the
moment.
From
Tennessee, right?
Yeah, but I would say, he's from Tennessee, the head coach. First off, I don't see the Cowboys doing much with him. I see Jerry Jones already made up his mind, I think, on most of the coaches on that team. Nothing realistic this year or right now with him. As far as Mularkey is concerned, in my opinion. I could be wrong. I never thought about that, but good question. Sorry, guys.
As far as our giveaway stream, the giveaway will be live during our Q&A live stream. It will be hosted through Gleam.io. So, again, it'll verify everything. All you have to do is be a subscriber. So just follow the link, click the button. It'll verify that you're a subscriber and you're automatically entered. Yes. And there is a way to gain an additional entry if you do follow us on Twitter. So for those of you guys who really want to win, you can enter that way as well.
It's a thank you from us to you guys for the 1,000 subscriber and all that. I mean, that's just, we couldn't have asked for more in a short 6-month period. We've really been rolling with this. But we've been trying to do daily videos. daily live streams, guys.
And daily updates on the Cowboys,
yes.
and bringing you guys all the news. As soon as it hits, as soon as we can get it out there.
Yeah. So as far as that little hiccup,
did Garrett get fired? I wish, Santa.
Yeah, not
Claus.
yet. Here's the deal, guys. The Cowboys, lost Eberflus, linebacker / pass. Was it pass coordinator or whatever, pass game coordinator? Yeah. But the point is, we hired somebody today. We got rid of our offensive line coach Frank Pollock last week. He went to Cincinnati. Cincinnati cut their guy. His name is Paul Alexander. Well, he came to Dallas today and signed, and is a Cowboys coach. He's the Cowboys offensive line coach, Paul Alexander. He was the Cincinnati Bengals, offensive line coach for 20 plus years. All right, so that's a big deal because you're changing now the way that we run the ball. We got Zeke back there. We got an offensive line that we need to maximize their strengths. So I was looking up some information on him. Something to keep in mind: a lot of people are freaking out. And Space Cowboy mentioned it, I think, earlier when we had a little broken stream. He was saying, we're primarily a zone blocking schemed offensive line. That's the way the offensive line blocks, the way we run the ball. Yeah. So that affects the way you block. This coordinator is mainly a power blocking scheme. So the difference is power blocking, you're picking a hole and you're hitting it. Okay, that seems to be, good for certain running backs. They've always said Zeke is better at kind of finding the hole and going, which is the zone blocking scheme, which is what the Cowboys have been running the last 2 years. So they're changing up a core part of our scheme.
Yeah. Do you think that that's going to hurt us?
Well, again, it really depends. I think Zeke can do both. Be honest with you. I mean, people have said the zone blocking scheme is better.
It's not just Zeke.
Correct. You're right. But I think that if you have Alfred Morris, he's better at hitting the hole quick. And Rod Smith similarly. But I think that Zeke is great at finding that hole and then hitting it. Now, I also think he's better than the other two guys and better than most running backs, if not all of them, as far as hitting the hole quick, especially with his speed and power, I
agree.
So, but the hole has to be there. And if it closes down, it's not really giving you an option as a running back. So you have to make sure you know what you're doing. Now, here's what I'm hearing about that. Let me make sure I finish the comment about this, because the important part is that so people are thinking that we're going to have this coach that doesn't know how to run with these linemen, or these linemen that are not going to be able to get into the scheme, this new scheme, or it's going to work okay. If they have to change it up. The big thing is that they're not planning on changing much up, is what I'm hearing. So basically, they're still going to have a lot of elements of the zone blocking, but also of both, basically, is what the point is. The power blocking and the zone blocking scheme. They're going to have both of these. With our offensive linemen, I do believe we can do that. So it's good to know whatever it might, maybe it'll just make it more difficult and less predictable to pick, or corral Zeke.
Yeah.
Now you will have to either attack it because, he can go, they're going to have a power blocking scheme play and he can just burst through there. You understand? And then you have to attack it. You can't wait for him to see which hole he's going to take. The next moment, he might be just kind of going to the hole, and then he zags out the other way because it's a zone blocking scheme. So, could be very helpful. It's a way of maybe being a little more creative in the run. So let's see if this is a good pickup. Again, just like the Kellen Moore, if he becomes quarterback coach, I'm gonna new slate here at a new position, new situation for Kellen Moore. Same thing with Alexander. I know Cincy fans don't like him, but they produced some good running backs there.
And
Corey Dillon, and a couple others.
Yeah, the chat's frozen. Yeah. Gotta update it. Sorry, guys. Give us a second. We ran into a little technical snafu. I thought so.
I hope you guys can hear me.
So, let me see. So, Santa Claus said Matt Eberflus is expected to be DC for the Colts. So, and then I'm a Hater said it won't work. Zeke will fall and do bad.
What did they say about that? About the DC? Defensive coordinator?
About Santa Claus said Matt Eberflus.
Yeah, he's the defensive coordinator for the Colts.
Is expected to be the defensive coordinator.
Because he's going Josh McDaniels. Yes.
Eric Gonzalez said Zeke to me is a younger Adrian Peterson. He has speed and power. I think it'll work. And Space Cowboy 17 said, with a zone blocking scheme, you're relying on double teams and lateral movements to create running lanes, which allows you to select more agile and usually smaller linemen.
Very true. All these things very true. I'm singing. I'm a Hater saying name reveal.
So yeah.
I'm sorry, guys. We had to catch you up here.
Again, guys, you'll have to come for that Q&A live stream.
Let's do all this is visible. Maybe it'll show up now. Let's see. Hope it's showing it there, guys. Let me see.
There we go.
Is it good?
Yep.
Did it fix?
It's fixed.
Okay, good. Sorry, guys, about that little side
There we go.
issue.
Yeah, so we noticed the chat was
frozen. So sorry about that, guys. So when we do the picking, a week later? Is that what the Gesundheit. Must be these microphones. We got to get the little clip-ons, guys. We'll try to reinvest some of that money
We never
somehow.
sneeze unless we're on stream.
I know.
Oh, it's crazy. But yeah, so the giveaway will run for a week. Yep, the giveaway will run for a week, guys. And then after that, we'll be live streaming our, winner, however it's picked. So Space Cowboy 17 said, when you run a man-blocking scheme, you want maulers. Big, powerful men who can headhunt linebackers on the second level and move with poles and traps aren't easy to find. Just for those that were wondering the difference. So, and thank you for that, Space Cowboy 17.
Yes. Sorry, guys.
Again, it's going to be, my only concern with that is that it sounds like we are heading into the dreaded transitional year.
Well, and I wanted to say something about that.
Are you starting to get that feeling? Because I'm starting,
I don't think we're in a rebuilding. I don't think you can call it rebuilding.
we're in a rebuilding. That's why I said transitioning. Just because I feel like we're trying to fix the things that are wrong, but I just don't see how they're going to gel yet. I don't want to say anything.
If you want to say rebuilding, maybe in a rebuilding sense, in the coaching staff and what makes up the guts to the Jason Garrett trifecta. Jerry Jones trifecta. The Jason Garrett, the head coach, the offensive coordinator, Scott Linehan, and the defensive coordinator, Rod Marinelli. These three guys, this triumphant here, they end up being Jerry's guys, and this is really their last chance to assemble something. You can see them mashing up these guys real quick. I mean, again, I'm hoping they're making the right choices. I hope they're not going to just throw in a bunch of old players.
Well, no, but I think they all have the feeling in the air that, they have 2 more years with Dak and Zeke's rookie contracts, right?
Yeah. And
so I'm just saying that they're looking at 2 more years where they feel like, okay, within these next 2 years, we need to get to the Super Bowl. And it sounds crazy to say, but I feel like there's a ticking clock. I know every year the ticking clock or whatever, but I feel like it's getting to the point where it is do or die. They've tried for a very long time to make these schemes and make these plays and make these cute things work, and they're not working. And now that we know 100% we have the talent, we have these young guys, we have all these great things going for us, why are we still not successful? Or successful as other teams? So, I'm just saying that it's starting to feel like the pressure is definitely on in Dallas. It feels like the players as well have a little bit to do with that.
Of course, no, they have a lot to do with that.
So I'm just saying that
but the coaches are putting them in really bad situations on top of making bad decisions.
So I don't see anyone giving up on any of the coaching staff or anything like that. But it's definitely, it'll be interesting to see how the team dynamic is between the players and the coaching staff and the players themselves. Heading into training camp and on. We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, Space Cowboys make a great point about the blocking in itself with the zone blocking, like you said earlier. And I was just rereading it again to kind of respond a little bit. But also, if we have good offensive linemen, which we do, that is a big plus in the sense that they have to adjust to any of those power blocking schemes. Okay, but our linemen are very agile, very, very light on their feet. I think they can adjust. If obviously they can do. I think the zone run blocking is a little bit different, a little bit more difficult in some situations as a lineman. So
Eric Gonzalez said it has to be Jerry Jones, and the way this offense is set up, it's a bland, boring offense. There's no one that fears our offense.
And again, that's the thing.
Without Zeke,
2 years ago, how was that? How was that 2 years ago? And it wasn't necessarily that they feared Dak. I understand that, but you have to put Dak in a situation. They say Dak friendly. That's what they want to make it. Well, by making it Dak friendly, not only do you run the ball with Zeke more often, establish the run and make it easier on Dak. Not because he's a bad quarterback, but you want to maximize his strengths. So his strengths are going to be picking you apart in short little dump offs.
Yeah.
He can do that, but if the defense is ready for the same routes every time, then it's not his fault. If they're missing,
be able to make it happen.
If they're missing a lineman, and you're not giving that lineman any help or have anybody else ready to go, why did you keep him on 53? The point is that you have to coach him to be ready, or not to play the blind side, and then you're going to hurt your quarterback, and then change Dak's perception out there that the second half of the season. That made a big deal. And again, Dak has a lot to improve, no doubt, but I think he can still be a dangerous Russell Wilson type quarterback, and not necessarily deep passes down the field. That's a big hit on him. I think it's more the fact that he can run the ball. They should maybe, use them to roll out of the pocket a little more often.
Yeah.
Keep the defense on the heels of their feet, and maybe that'll open up a lot more plays for Dak Prescott. So we'll have to see. But I hope they're saying what I'm saying here when it comes to Dak friendly, not pass the ball more into the same kind of coverage routes that you have for your receivers.
That's not Dak friendly. That's
no one friendly. That's not a quarterback friendly offense. So they're trying to be one.
in the house. Thanks for joining us, man.
In the house.
Let me see. I'm a hater. So I wasn't born in 2012, but nice try. I mean, you can call me Sophia if it makes you feel better. But I guess you'll find out in our Q&A live stream, guys, this upcoming Friday.
Yes.
So I'm a hater. Let me see. Eric Gonzalez said, think about it. What makes Bill Belichick and Tom Brady work so well? Belichick plays to Brady's strengths. The biggest problem I have with this offense, they're trying to make him Tony Romo 2.0. So, and on a side note, guys, if you didn't already know, this Saturday, 8 p.m., mark your calendars. It is the State of the Cowboys broadcast. We're going to be streaming right here with a whole bunch of other YouTubers.
Yes.
Space Cowboy 17 is hosting it. We'll be hosting it here as well, along with all the other YouTubers involved. DJ Crown J is going to be joining us. I know we'll obviously be there. Space Cowboy 17. Let me see. Cowboys Legend 27. LL is going to be there as well.
Yes.
I know I'm missing somebody.
Dallas Cowboy Football News.
There we go. Dallas Cowboy Football News is going to be there as well. Don't miss it, guys.
Yes.
We're all going to be giving you guys our opinions, our thoughts on the whole season, the pitfalls of the Cowboys, the joys of the Cowboys, and what we need to do looking forward. So you're going to hear from all of us all at the same time.
Yes.
It's going to be great. Make sure to join us then.
Yes. We're all going to be connected here through, I think, Google Hangout or something like that. So keep watching here. You can watch it through any of the streams. Make sure you subscribe to all those channels, guys. They have great stuff. Especially, I want to definitely say DJ Crown J. He's the donation weekly winner. As you can see, we are, he gets to have a banner here for a week. But he's won it so many times, guys. He's going to be on there for a while. Make sure you subscribe. Everybody on here that's watching for the first time, make sure you go to DJ Crown J's channel, subscribe. He's got a great channel, so make sure you check it out. It's a brand new channel, but he's got great audio, video, setup, everything, and I see the future is bright with
Yes, and
DJ
if you
Crown
missed
J.
out on our live stream with DJ Crown J, you are missing out. Go back and watch that. It was really great.
Very
He has some
insightful.
great stuff, and his channel is going to be awesome as well.
Same thing with Space Cowboy 17, guys. Check it out. He's got this podcast going, this big thing here. He set it up. He got all these different YouTubers together, so show much appreciation, guys, and go there and subscribe. Space Cowboy 17's channel, and also Rave 415's channel. He's a college guy. He's going to do a lot of college stuff, draft stuff, and help us out here at this channel as well. So make sure you subscribe to Rave 415's channel. That's it, guys. As far as the donation, Steel 58.
Oh, that's right.
Awesome video he's got out there. Make sure you check that out. Subscribe to him as well. And those are the big donation guys. So we much love to you guys and to the little ones too, and to you guys over here just hitting like and subscribing and commenting, guys. Thank you so much for all the discussion here. Now,
so Cruisin 26, what's up? We are not drafting a cute quarterback.
He always says that. Don't let him sidetrack you.
Sub up. It's Fifth Quarter Cowboys, DJ Kyrie's channel.
Fifth Quarter Cowboys. Yes. So,
from a fellow marching band, to another.
Check it out, guys. He has the whole explanation on that on his channel. You gotta go there, watch that video, and he's gonna have more stuff coming soon. We can't wait to see what he's got. So let's see here. We were talking about coaches. Jason Garrett's contract is up after 2019, so that's 2 more years of Jason Garrett at most. I believe at most. Now, if they have another 8-8 season, yes, that's what I'm calling it. 8-8. It was an average season, the way that the players played, but mainly the way the coaches coached.
Yeah, getting 9-7 did not feel any good at all in that game.
So that was garbage.
It was worthless.
Third stringers, please. Embarrassing.
Yeah,
should have lost it.
Tomboy69, thanks for joining us.
Tomboy
Jay,
in the
what's
house.
up? I agree. Cowboys are the best.
So Garrett's contract is up after 2019. Speaking of one of his moves, one of Jason Garrett's brilliant moves, playing the starters in Week 17 against the Eagles, as you mentioned, baby, that it was a winless win, a soulless win. Jonathan Cooper, our left guard, somebody who's an unrestricted free agent and who we would have wanted to sign, got a leg injury. We thought might have broken his leg, might have had a tear in the MCL or ACL or whatever. It was an MCL ligament, but it was sprained. It was a sprained ligament, and he went surgery, all right, guys, last week to make sure he's 100% ready for the off-season conditioning. So we already reported that last week or 10 days ago or so, whenever it first occurred. But it's important to understand that he replaced Chaz Green this year, and he did a pretty damn good job. So he might be somebody we can get re-signed. He just had a 1-year contract because he has had injury issues in the past with the Cardinals and other teams. So a major injury would have definitely hurt his chances to not only re-sign with us, but also re-sign with anybody. So, good for him on that. The thing is that he also got a bonus, Jonathan Cooper. Just think about that. He played more than 75% of the snaps, of the starting snaps in the games in 2017. So, honestly speaking, at a decent price, it's worth keeping Jonathan Cooper and also drafting another backup young guy that in the 2 years that he's left on, you can give him a year or 2 year on deal, and then you can get, for 2 years, you can get a guy developing behind him, an offensive guard like a Will Hernandez. So something to consider, us Cowboy fans, and a good sign of getting Jonathan Cooper for a minimal, not a huge price. He's pretty inexpensive overall. I think we could keep him on the Cowboys for a decent price, and his knee's gonna hopefully be no issues.
Yeah, and he'll have plenty of time to recover. And thankfully it was only a sprain.
Yeah, be ready for all of that stuff.
Yeah, Sebastian Flores, thanks for joining us. Yes, he said, stop your worries, I'm here.
Who said that?
Sebastian Flores.
Okay, now we're good.
So I'm a hater. Mark Sanchez is better than Dak. All Cowboy fans agree.
Who said that, Cruisin?
No, I'm a hater.
Another Giant fan. See, you see the Cruisins and I'm a haters. You can smell the hate. It's all right, guys. We love that. It's all right. We can take it. See, because we know you guys are wrong. So anyways, what we're not wrong about is that there's 18 Cowboy players or former coaches or former players, obviously, that are now playing in these four teams that are left. Now, I'm not mad. Good for them. The Cowboys, some of these guys, honestly, Barry Churches and Claiborne's, I mean, he's not on a playoff team, but the guys that are on other teams or coaches like Zimmer and Sean Payton last week, let's say, that are doing well, or it's honestly, they are succeeding on other teams. Our coaching staff cannot develop these guys well enough.
Realistically speaking, whether it's coaches or staff or players on the field, it just shows that the Cowboys as an organization struggles to bring out the best in their coaches, in their players, and where is the problem? What is the problem? I mean, we all know it's part of it is Jerry Jones, but
that is the foundation of the problem. We can't change that.
18. I mean, that's a pretty significant number, no matter which way you slice it. So, it shows that the Cowboys at least do one thing right, and they do seem to find a good amount of talent. We seem to find a lot of people who know or are supposed to know what they're doing or perform well. I mean, we can't seem to develop them. Again, we get these talented guys, and they just never. Well,
Chaz Green is why we lost. Chaz Green is why we lost Frank Pollock. One of the main reasons why.
Because we failed to develop him
properly, or have him ready to get on the field and playing properly. I mean, if you don't, you have to get somebody else in there and ready. And I don't know. I mean, there's only so much you can do with the players you have. But I guess it was almost like he was given, a golden goose in a way. With Travis Frederick, Tyron Smith, and Zach Martin, and having these three guys there, it's just easy to develop those guys. Those guys are fantastic. So, we'll see what this Paul Alexander can do with the Cowboys. Now,
and at this point, I'm willing to give newer guys a chance and stick to the same old because we already know what we're gonna get if we do what we've been doing.
Well, let's see. I hopefully in that whole gist of what we've just been talking about for the last 10 minutes about this coach, it's probably a wait and see kind of thing with him. Hopefully he can develop, help these guys in different ways. And if they do a little more of the power blocking schemes, then I don't think it'll be too much. I think it'll be used also in play action situations. I think it'll be helpful in those certain situations. We'll see. I think they'll be okay. The Cowboys, those 3 of those 5 are definitely be fine. I think Al Collins is learning very well, and he's going to be so much better when he comes back this season. So
I agree. Santa Claus, you should definitely try to make it out to that game. That'd be very
cool. Be cool.
So
you can see your team lose at home.
17 says that we'll at least go 8-8.
Of course, we got Jason Garrett. He'll get us to 8-8. He'll be proud about it and clap it to 8-8 the whole way.
Our players will get us to 8-8 because they have the skills to do better in 8-8.
We'll be 5-8. He'll win the last 3 games, and he'll get another contract. I just want to. I won't even. Jerry Jones, you can sign Michael Vick. I would be a fan.
Take it back.
I would be a fan back to the Cowboys, or I'm saying, I would always be a Cowboy fan, so that's not sacrilege. But I would be very angry if the Cowboys signed someone like a Michael Vick, let's say, But I could forgive that eventually. More so, and eventually I could be like, just come to terms with it or whatever, over signing Jason Garrett after another 8-8 season, especially the way I just said it, like 5-8, and then you get to 8-8, and yay, okay.
Yeah.
Now what? Now we're watching the playoffs again. Yeah, that's what we want with this team.
Football nerd, thanks for joining us. And now my hater said 8-8 does nothing. Trust me, Giants are 8-8 for like 4 years straight.
Correct.
So.
Yeah, and again, we're basically 4 years out of the 7 with Jason Garrett. We've gone 8-8.
Exactly.
They don't want to count this season, but I am. As far as this offensive coach, this offensive line coach, some people know about him. They said basically these things about him. He's a solid coach. Other people said he's a good teacher. Will bring some new ideas to the running game and to the pass protection. So let's see. Let's hope.
I mean,
give him a fresh new slate.
I hate to sound overly hopeful, but so far so good.
Yeah. Now, as far as the other games out there, guys, for this weekend, as you know already, and this has been talked about on our channel 4 days ago or so. Teams that have not made the NFC Championship game in 20 years: Detroit Lions, Washington Redskins, and the Dallas Cowboys. Yeah, we got to get off that list soon, guys.
Next year, now.
Now, as far as the other teams out there, the Tom Brady led. Patriots. I'm sorry. I was just saying. I was going to say the New England Brady's. But the one mark in the record book for Tom Brady, he's now the oldest quarterback to start or win a playoff game in NFL history. So he did both in one shot.
Wow.
So congrats to him and the Patriots.
Well, hopefully he's also the first to start and lose.
Well, hopefully against the Jacksonville Jaguars, yes.
Well, I guess he wouldn't be the first one to start and lose.
No, Manning did that often.
Yeah.
So the Eagles are going to make their 6th NFC Championship game appearance since 2000. So they've basically been a game away from the Super Bowl as many times as the Cowboys have just made the playoffs. So just keep that in mind there. Now, another one here. No matter who wins next week, one of the NFL's most, I guess, tortured franchises, or I guess one of the two, which is Minnesota with their four Super Bowl losses, and Philadelphia, with no rings ever. The disgrace of being an Eagle. I have to just look into the camera and say that. Okay, so just make sure you guys know what I'm talking about. Yeah. But anyways, one of them is going to play in the Super Bowl. We're hoping for the Vikings. But they're going to play against either a team that's only been around for about 20 years, the Jacksonville Jaguars, or a team that has just won 5 Super Bowls, would be the 6th if they won that one with Tom Brady and the New England Patriots. Crazy.
What kind of a choice you go, what do you do? Especially considering that, again, remember, that young team has basically the #1 defense in the league, like hands down.
But another fun thought, Case Keenum, Blake Bortles, and Nick Foles, these are 3 out of the 4 guys that are in the conference championship. They have more conference championship appearances than Tony Romo. Those guys, Case Keenum, Blake Bortles, and Nick Foles. Just
feels
a
dirty
little embarrassing.
to say it.
Yeah.
Again, bad coaching. Tony Romo
had the talent.
Is a Hall of Famer.
Yeah. Well, on the brink. On the brink, I would say. It's close to it.
But why? Because...
Yeah. Well, a lot of it has to do with the coaching. Yeah. If they had better situational football for him, I think he could have been more successful. I truly do. 3 out of the NFL's 4 best defense are going to play in this conference title game. So defensive matchups, I've been saying it since the beginning, defense. Number 1 ranked Minnesota Vikings. Number 2 ranked Jacksonville Jaguars. And number 4 ranked Philadelphia Eagles. Mm-hmm. And also, on a side note, as far as the defenses are concerned, even though they don't have the rankings up there, the New England Patriots, probably the best defense point-wise, meaning stopping the opponent from scoring points. Probably the New England Patriots are one of the top ones ever since after the first 5 or 6 weeks of the season. So, you can get, I think, a defensive Super Bowl. I think you can get a defensive conference championship games, a pair of them. Mm-hmm. Interesting. Speaking of the Patriots and the Jacksonville Jaguars, some information maybe is going to be put up on that wall today at Patriots practice. But Belichick, I could see him definitely using this and making fun of it. But Jalen Ramsey, all right, he spoke to about 1,500 people, Jaguar fans or so. I don't know. It's it's kind of a joke. But the point is that he said, we're going to the Super Bowl and we're going to win that
game.
Female dog. Yeah. So anyways, so he's talking trash. I like Jalen Ramsey. He needs to just chill a little bit. Yeah. Chill out. I want you to win this game.
That's how you
overhype
lose.
it.
That's how you lose.
You're facing the quarterbacking of Tom Brady, and you're facing the best coach probably in the history of the NFL.
I mean, short of the actual Super Bowl itself, which is probably the hardest game you'll ever play, this is literally the hardest game you'll ever play or you ever have played.
This could be harder. This could be harder than the Super Bowl because of Belichick and Brady.
Exactly.
So
That's why I
even
said,
if you get there, you still
the
probably
Super
have
Bowl
an
is
easier
gonna be
opponent.
harder just because it has
It's a bigger stage, it's a bigger
more momentum.
Yeah. Well, it's a
More
bigger
weight
stage,
to
a
it,
bigger
yeah.
people, more eyes are on you, huge spotlight.
But anyway, back to
one last note, actually, guys. Speaking of these conference championship games and such, March 10th, 2015, Nick Foles was traded to the Rams in exchange for Sam Bradford. Keep that in mind. Sam Bradford went to the Eagles. Nick Foles went from the Eagles to the Rams. Okay. On March 11th, the next day, Case Keenum was traded to the Rams in exchange for a 7th-round draft pick. Isn't that crazy? They were basically the backups. So, yeah, they were basically the backups, guys, more or less. I mean, that's crazy.
I know.
They'll start against each other in the 2017/18 NFC Championship game. Freaking incredible.
Backup against backup.
Incredible. Incredible sometimes. That's why you got to play these games, guys. It's incredible.
The
These
NFL
seasons.
is crazy.
It's insane. So that's for the news wise, guys. That's it for me. Make sure you don't forget to hit that like button, guys. Hit subscribe if you're new, and hit the notification bell. Make sure it's turned on when YouTube works, which it has not been working recently for some reason.
Yeah,
YouTube,
I don't know why.
Not good. But check back. Follow us on Twitter. We post there when we have issues with the YouTube notification system. So, but we usually come on around between 8 and 11, as late as 11. Usually we go online to do our live stream, so you can always check back in here throughout the evening, and you'll find us on eventually. So keep an eye on that, guys, and we appreciate every single one of you guys joining my Cowboys family.
Yeah, and I'm a hater. You're right. I don't think anyone ever thought that they would be in the conference championship games.
Who
No
both
one.
these quarterbacks?
He said, who
Yeah.
expected Bortles, Foles, and Keenum to be in the conference championship games? No one.
Gotta be honest.
Jim Smith, gotta go with new blood. Jags need to go all the way.
Jags
We're
and
with
Minnesota
you 100%.
Vikings. That's what I want to see.
We're definitely rooting for the Vikings as well. Down with the Eagles. Down with the Patriots.
I mean, the toughest matchup there is going to be the Patriots losing to the Jacksonville Jaguars, but I think I picked the upset there. I think Minnesota beating the Eagles, not a big upset, and vice versa. I think both teams can win, and it's going to be a close game. But I do think that the Vikings defense will pull that out for them over the Eagles. But I think that the Jacksonville defense is going to give Tom Brady more problems than he and anybody else out there expects. That game's not expected to be close.
If they play to the level that we know they can play, yes. So hopefully they don't get.
They haven't shown any lacking.
Tom Brady's
the last.
That kind of guy who, you get a little bit off your game.
That defense.
He's gonna find that. Yeah, he's gonna find that
defense.
weekness, exploit it, and then he's just gonna score all over you.
But he gets frustrated sometimes, and if you can get to him, Calais Campbell get through that line. If Jack can jack him up, and if Jalen Smith in the backfield that they have back there, defensive backs, that they do their jobs, it's going to be tougher. It's going to be tough. Watch the Carolina game. The Carolina game, which wasn't a defensive battle, but Cam Newton, yeah, they had some offense and they drove, but it was more the defense that kind of helped stop Brady for the most part. He was very inconsistent. Sometimes he'd go through and score twice in a row, and then he wouldn't score for 4 drives. So when you look at Carolina, their defense is not fantastic, but they're pretty good. But not fantastic. Jacksonville has a fantastic defense, and I think that is a key for this game. And I'm picking Jacksonville Jaguars to win this game, partially because I hope they win, but also partially because I truly think they can win it. I made that pick, but mid-season, Jacksonville, Minnesota. I hope I'm right, just for many reasons. Right now, I want to keep the Patriots out. We got 1 down, 2 to go. We want to keep the Eagles out, and that's Cowboy love representing there. What?
Oh, that's funny. Santa Claus had Patriots versus Bagels. So I'm a hater. Happy almost birthday. Enjoy.
Yes. Even though you're a Giant fan, much love. Happy birthday.
Cruising26 said the last time the Cowboys won a Super Bowl, Tupac and Biggie were alive.
True.
Billy Murphy in the house. Thanks for joining us, man. He said, players that were once Cowboys still in the playoffs. Vikings, Terrence Newman, cornerback, Berger. Guard, Andrew Sandejo. Safety, Kai Forbath, kicker. So, and that's why I said
so many.
Part of it has to come down to coaching, just failing to
see
make anything out of these guys.
Right, make anything, or sometimes not. They had some of these guys in camp. I think Kai Forbath, and they're kicking battles and stuff. My point is that they just don't see or utilize these guys in the right way. Is that a common theme, you guys? With the way the Cowboys played this year?
It feels like the Cowboys valued the big ticket name or the big ticket player over what might actually work.
Yeah, I
don't know. I feel like they could just do a few things differently.
I can't disagree with that. I agree.
Billy Murphy, Jags, Barry Church, safety. Billy
Murphy in the house.
You basically can keep going because there's so many clear examples of the Cowboys just, again, just failing to develop and use, that's the thing. It's the whole next man up mentality. The Cowboys love to say that. It bothers the ever-living crap out of me because it's wrong. They're lying. You know what next man up means? Look at the Eagles. You know what next man up means? Look at the Vikings. These teams have faced like catastrophic injuries and just season-ending injuries.
Right, that could really derail your entire season, and they battle through that.
And they're in the freaking championship game, exactly. So no excuses, and I don't want. And you know what? They have terrific defenses, but their offense still has to manage to score points, and they've managed to do it despite all those other things against them. And even Jacksonville, despite the fact that Blake Bortles seems to single-handedly help and
the opposing
hurt
team.
them.
Well, yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, exactly.
Jacksonville is still in the championship game against, again, arguably the best, recent time dominating franchise in the NFL right now with the Patriots.
Yes.
So
yeah, I mean, it's going to be very interesting.
And that comes down to coaching and the people around him. Belichick is famous for a reason because everyone would cut off their left arm to have him be their coach.
Basically, I mean,
many rant about coaching over. Coaching matters. Coaching is important.
I agree.
So, and that's where we fail.
Yeah.
So, Eric Gonzalez, my thing is, even if you get rid of Garrett, Jerry Jones will never let a coach do what is hard. Jerry Jones needs to go. And that's why I said that the fundamental problem is something at the Cowboys star, because these 18 players, they're these 18 Dallas Cowboy former staff and players,
right.
They're not all from last year. They're from a span of time, from when Biggie and Tupac were alive, from the last time the Cowboys were truly successful.
Coaches, yes, but as Billy Murphy's saying there, Amendola was on our team a while back. He was a returner, was supposed to be the Beasley before there was a Beasley, and we let him go. And the Patriots, we have Martellus Bennett, who was a rookie we drafted. And we got him, and he came on there. He was on that Hard Knocks program as a rookie, I think. He was just a silly kid, at the time.
Yeah.
And kind of still silly, immature, a little bit now, I would say, to an extent. But he's got a Super Bowl champion, and he had he has a Super Bowl trophy or a Super Bowl ring, and he's kind of this year he didn't really do great. But the point is not that how good he or not he is now, but that he had a great season, and he's won a Super Bowl ring, and he's got a championship. So. These guys are still on these teams, and Patriots, Jacksonville, the Vikings, they have a lot of our players on there. So, and you can't argue, they developed them, got them in there, made them useful. We didn't. It's not on the players, it's on the coaches here in Dallas. So I don't care if they win a Super Bowl as long as it's not the Eagles. Any Cowboy out there, I'm against them.
So no, Vivine Thomas said, why do we always give Cowboy coaches a pass every time a key player gets injured and we end up losing the season?
Who said
Sports
that?
Highlights, thanks for joining us.
Who said that?
Said Vivine Thomas.
Vivian?
Vivin Thomas. So, and then, Sebastian Flores said A, Patriots versus Eagles. B, Patriots versus Vikings. C, Jaguars versus Eagles. Or D, Jaguars versus Vikings. So, guys, let us know. What is your preferred Super Bowl matchup?
I already said mine. D. Yeah. Jacksonville, Jaguars, Minnesota Vikings.
Jacksonville Vikings.
You are too?
But I think that it's likelier or more likely going to be Patriots versus Vikings.
I agree with you.
I do have a feeling that's going to be the final.
I agree with you. That's a more possible thing, but I think that I do truly believe that the Jacksonville Jaguars are going to hang with the Patriots. And I think they're going to win in the end. I think the defense is going to take it.
I just think that Belichick and Brady and their experience and that's what's going to win.
For us Cowboy fans and most of the country, Minnesota and Jacksonville is the one that everyone wants to see pretty much. Yeah. They don't want to see the damn Patriots in the Super Bowl again.
Yeah, who said it here? We want to see new teams in the Super Bowl.
Exactly.
Sports Highlight. It would be nice to see new teams.
But here's the thing. You know what's going to happen? This is what happens. The football gods always get us like this. It's going to be the Eagles and the Patriots. No, I don't want that. And I'm afraid if that happens, that would be the absolute worst Super Bowl. We're going to have to
sacrifice the Eagles version of Jobu or something to make sure it doesn't happen.
I'll burn that shirt if they win the Super Bowl.
What Eagles YouTubers are out there?
EDP, Philly 500.
There you go. We'll
the birds, two birds and something. Two birds in a word, turd. I don't know. I'm just joking. I forgot what it is. I know Space Cowboy knows them. The bitter birds. The bitter birds. There you go. The bitter birds.
I really hope not.
Well, Space Cowboy, I can't disagree, but at the same time, again, if they let's say they play the Vikings, If they play the Eagles, I think they blow them out. I think they pretty much blow out the Eagles. But if they play the Vikings, I think that they're going to have true issues similar to something like Jacksonville. I truly think so. And it's not going to be at the cold New England weather. It's going to be at home for Minnesota. Yeah. That's a big difference. They're used to that. They're ready for it. Not saying that the Patriots aren't. Of course, they can. They're a seasoned team. They can get through all that. But it's not going to be as much as an advantage for the Patriots and Belichick and Brady when they're playing in Minnesota against Minnesota in the Super Bowl. Just saying. So that's my 2 cents dropped.
Let me see.
So
Football Nerd said I'd prefer the Patriots to win over the Eagles.
Who said that? Football Nerd?
Football Nerd.
Well, it depends what kind of fan.
If it's New England against
so he wants
Philly,
him to beat the Eagles.
I'd rather New England get 6.
Well, no, if that
Eagles get even 1.
If it's that worst case scenario, I've said it multiple times. My order is simple.
Yeah.
The least thing I want to happen out of these 4 teams, the least thing I want to see happen is the Eagles get a ring. I don't want to see that. Right now, one. This is number 1. The next would have been, let's say, the next would have been the Steelers getting number 7. That's too much distance between us and them in that Super Bowl conquest to be the best, Yeah, so that hits me more. That hits me deeper. Yeah. So we don't want them getting 2 above us. We're at 5. Right. So as you can see,
Matt Persico said definitely not going to be the Eagles in the Super Bowl. I hope you are 100%.
Me too. These are the reasons why. And then you talk about the Patriots, guys. The Patriots. Yeah. You don't want the Patriots there in the Super Bowl or winning it. If possible, because if the Patriots are, and I see Space Cowboy, you are the best, man. You're the man. Thank you.
Space Cowboy with the $5 super chat. He said, "Not to be jealous at New England, it's just it ruins the sport and how many times they win."
That hurts the sport for sure. It does.
But why? Because most franchises fail at maintaining their success and things that work. And Belichick has somehow, one way or another, been able to craft this organization, this thing, after his years of experience and
also you gotta remember, speaking of craft, there you go, crafting, yeah. Bob Kraft, the owner, has allowed him to get his GM and be doing his thing, and he got a GM that does the job right.
It seemed like a very involved process to build this team that came from really truly this coach Belichick, like saying, okay, these are the players we have, this is a team that we need, this is what we have to do. And it feels like it was a team effort in a weird way when it comes to the beginning. Like in the beginning, the way they decided this is how it's going to go. So, and it works. Yeah. Look what they did. Look how successful they've been. So, let me see. The only one complaining is everyone who isn't a Patriots fan, like us right here, complaining. Gonna keep complaining.
No, it's not like, I don't think we're complaining that bad. But I understand.
So I'm a hater said, "Oh my gosh, imagine if the Eagles get a ring." I don't want to imagine that. You see,
that's the worst case scenario.
Us, Cowboy and Giant and Redskin fans can all unite together in our hatred for the Eagles. So that is true fellowship and brotherhood, and sisterhood, whatever, siblinghood. Cleveland Browns are your 2018 Super Bowl champion. So much poop is going to be talked. Aaron Gonzalez, the pictures are good. I just hate saying it, but they're just good.
I agree. I hate saying it too. And Space Cowboy, you're in first place now. First place in the Super Chat.
Cowboy 17. He's 2 subs away from 700. Guys,
congrats,
make sure to go sub to him.
Yes.
Get him to 700. Who wants to be that one?
Yeah.
To get him to 700.
He was just at 680 right when we got on there earlier. I was checking out his stream. He just keeps jumping up. So guys, check it out. Subscribe. Much love. He's got a lot of great things going on there. So,
the Browns will win.
Man, thank you, Space Cowboy 17. Well, one day they'll win. One day. It's been once in 2 years. As far as us here, guys, if you're new and watching, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to do that. We do this daily stuff here, guys. Right. Hit that like for the stream. Helps the channel out when people search for things like this. And of course, don't forget, hit that notification bell. Make sure it's turned on for all notifications. So we do this today. This is our 3rd stream. I did two short ones earlier, guys, on big updates in my opinion. So
I want to catch up with a few more of your comments. But we've been on for almost an hour, so
we had some technical issues in the beginning, guys. We were apologizing for that on our side.
Yes, unfortunately, thanks for bearing with us. Yeah, and thanks for joining us here despite the broken YouTube notification.
YouTube's messing us up, man. So
I'm a hater said he's $6.99. So awesome, guys. Come on, let's get Space Cowboy.
It's easy. He's got it.
700. You guys can do it. You want different teams so bad. So Santa Claus, we're definitely with you.
But especially because of the 2 teams that are there, you know. If it was a team like the I'm trying to think of a team like the Raiders, let's say, and they were going to get their 4th Super Bowl.
The whole point is that we're tired of seeing the Steelers. We're tired of seeing the Patriots. We definitely don't ever
Everyone see the Eagles because we hate the Eagles. That's why.
No Giants. Sorry, guys. And all these things, but go Cowboys.
Yeah, of course.
Number 1, Billy Murphy said, link Space Cowboys. So Space Cowboy 17, make sure to
put
drop
your link
the link
in there
in the chat down below for your channel. We'll get you to 700.
Yeah,
Come on,
man,
guys. You guys are the greatest. He has some good stuff on there. We're gonna be doing
he goes daily
State of the Cowboys
as
podcast.
well. Yeah, he goes daily as well. He's setting up this podcast, guys. So check it out. Subscribe up to him. He's got some good stuff, and you get it here, you get it there. It's kind of like we're working a little corner of the cowboy world. Us here, Space Cowboy 17. We also have DJ Crown J, who's fantastic. Yeah. Sub up to him too, guys. Don't forget. And you can follow the links below. He's our big winner of the month for donations. So much love to him and everybody else who has donated, guys. Don't forget, if you give over $10 or more, you get My Cowboys Family wristband, guys. And we already sent out 2 waves. Everybody, X Factor, everybody, you're going to get it unless it's got lost in the mail. If you don't get it in the next couple of days, let us know. You should get it any day, though, guys.
Don't worry. I'll drop the link.
Oh, you got it for him? If he's not...
Yeah, give me 1 second. Let me get it.
I thought you put it in there. No, he got 700. Good job. You guys can just click on Space Cowboys icon, guys, and it'll jump you to him and go to channel and subscribe up. It's very easy. So, same thing with DJ Crown J. And guys, Rave 415. He's just starting up, all right? He's got a couple of videos out. Check it out. It's college related to Georgia, the Georgia Bulldogs, but also Cowboys. So keep watching. Keep that in mind, guys. Yeah, he's part of the channel too, helping us with, with the college draft coming up, guys. Ooh, exciting! And we wish we knew more here, but Rave is a superstar in that, and so make sure you guys check out his channel as well. So let's see here, man. You guys are awesome. Santa Claus was a 700th sub, man. Congrats, man.
Here we go.
That's awesome, Space Cowboy.
We're
Congrats.
actually double checked because I just went on there and it looks like you're at 703.
703, brother. I'm telling you.
And just for anyone who did miss it, give me just a second. I dropped the link in the chat down below to Space Cowboy 17's channel.
Check out DJ Crown J's too, if you see it. Drop his in there too. The Crown, the DJ.
You give me 1 second.
Sure. Everybody else out there, guys, let's see what other comments we got going on here for the Cowboys, because we are going to wrap this up here in a couple of minutes. It's been a fantastic stream, guys. As always, we love sitting here discussing these things with you. We love talking Cowboys, honestly speaking. We're coming up to an hour here, about 8 minutes from an hour. We like to keep it around that at most, if possible. But sometimes we just too much going on. And if you looked at Fridays, we went an hour and 45 minutes.
That was crazy.
And it was the craziest stream we ever had, guys. This one will go down in infamy. The next one will probably be, and I don't know if DJ Crown J is out there, but when they want me to shave this beard, they're gonna. I told them I don't want this gone. They're gonna try to cutting my beard fund over here. That would be the weirdest thing in the world. But
I know, but the good thing is that it was
ain't gonna happen.
$1,000
yes, not gonna happen. In one stream, not one day.
So
3 different streams. It has to be one stream. Watch out for them planning it.
Well, that's the thing. I appreciate the commitment to empty promises like that, because it means that I get to enjoy the beard longer.
Yes, yes, you do. And it's not gonna happen. I don't believe it's gonna happen. But the other one was a pretty good one. So. You never know when that happens again, and
I'm a hater.
This thing has to come off. Damn, I don't want it coming off. What
Beard
happened?
or your name. Well, I'm a hater. Join us for our Q&A live stream and see what happens.
Yeah, Q&A live stream. You gotta make sure you guys have free giveaway.
Will we reveal our names, or will the government force us to keep it a secret once again?
Yeah.
I tried to say it with a straight face, guys. I tried. But I want to go ahead and do our final shout out to the night, and then we're gonna go ahead and log off from here. But sports highlights, thanks for joining us. I'm a hater. Space Cowboy 17, of course. Santa Claus. Billy Murphy. Buddy Johnson, thanks for being here as well. Eric Gonzalez. And Space Cowboy 17, once again, thank you for that $5 super chat. Yes. Make sure to send us your address where you want us to mail it out to, so we can get that out to you right away. Matt Persico, thanks for joining us here as well. Football Nerd. SSJ Rainbow Goku, thank you for joining us. Let me see. I want to make sure I get everybody. Vivian Thomas, thanks for joining us. Sports Highlights. If I didn't mention you, thanks for joining us here as well. Great
comments, guys. All you guys. Thank you.
And that's as far back as it lets me go. So there you go. But thank you for every single one of you guys who's out here, who's watched, who likes, subscribes, donates, all that stuff. Oh, we actually have to edit our leaderboard here too. I think Space Cowboy 17 is number 1, right?
Yeah, I already did it.
Oh, you did it? Oh,
yeah, Space Cowboy. Yeah, I got it. I'm on top of it. Space Cowboy 17 is leading the super chat, donation, Patreon, whichever it may be. You can donate through either or. He's currently in the lead with everybody's minimal drops, but it's all good. Little, big, we love it, guys. And we got a whole week before we announce the winner, of course, from above.
That's right.
For the donation weekly winner. And Friday we got the huge giveaway, our Q&A live stream for our subscribers, our 1,000 subscriber. And ever since we got past that point, we wanted to do this with you guys. So January 19th, 9 p.m. ish Eastern time. And of course, on the next day, on Saturday, we're going to have the State of the Cowboys, huge podcast, thanks to Space Cowboy 17, as most of you guys are now subbing up to him. Make sure you do that. And to all the other guys, Cowboys legends, DJ Crown J, Dallas Cowboy Football News, all going to be on this podcast. We're going to talk Cowboys. It's going to be an awesome little hour or two, whatever it is. I don't know how long, but it's going to be an awesome stream. And I'm looking forward to being part of this. We both are. So cannot wait to do that as well. And, of course, Sunday, it's going to be playoff weekend here, guys. It's going to be conference championship weekend. And we're going to stream it.
You do not want to miss it. Especially, if you guys go back.
Whole day.
Watch our reaction to the end of that Minnesota and Saints game because
that was crazy.
We looked like fools, but it was crazy. I'm just
fantastic,
talking about
unbelievable. We got to see history in football right there, guys. And
you're welcome, guys. And when you're young, don't worry. You can go ahead and go back in the playback, and watch us again.
All the info's in there.
Thanks for joining us here. Thanks for being here as well. We do try to stream, obviously, every single day, but a handful of different times so that everybody can try to make it to one of our streams. All right. So, that's pretty much. Let me see. You need to know. So we'll announce an exact time for this Q&A Friday live stream. At some point tomorrow or Wednesday for sure. By tomorrow, but pretty much 9 o'clock.
Plan for that Eastern
right around
time.
9 o'clock, maybe half an hour before or after, but that's
more or less what we're shooting for, guys. And sometimes technical glitches or difficulties are going to, delay us a little bit, like tonight. We apologize for that, but some of that's we cannot help it when YouTube does not send notifications out. Yes. So we apologize for YouTube. It's a love-hate thing with them. So what are you going to do? What are you going to do?
I don't know.
Either way,
we will still be here bringing you guys all the updates on the Cowboys and, of course, everything else going on in the football world. Thank you for joining us here tonight. And, guys, never, ever, 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 ever forget.
Ever forget.
Number 1.
Always. Win, lose, or draw. Good, bad, or ugly. You know what we're going to say. Billy Murphy said it already. Go Cowboys!
We'll catch you next time. Thanks for joining us here. Have a good night.
Peace.
Go Cowboys.
And go Cowboys.